This is a demonstration of the shift engagement for somebody who's having problems with figuring out if their shifter works right or not. Here's our springiness you're talking about. Is that normal? I don't know. I got to push pretty hard to go over there, and then it pops back pretty hard. As far as how the engagement is concerned, in this particular instance, fifth and reverse seem to be the most extreme angles where the bottom of the shifter tends to bang into the housing where it fits in, where it stabs into the transmission. And depending on the kind of shifter you have, you may find that you get it interferes. It won't fully throw, and then the detents don't lock in. And the detents are little balls that fit in little slots on the shift rods, and if they're not fully locking in, then your gears aren't fully engaged. So anyway, here's how it should look. This is reverse. See this? That's the movement you want. That indicates that it's fully in a detent. If it doesn't move back freely like that, like it just jams and you're just like there and it just pops out, then you're not fully engaged. You should be able to feel a noticeable detent where that ball is. And I overcome the ball pressure here. Now it popped out. Okay, but if you're going like that and that's it, that's like, for instance, that would be a problem because look. But we'll listen for the click. Now we're in. I can feel it hitting something right there. Has to overcome that ball, and then it pops out. Same with the fifth gear. You want that movement like that. If it ever just kind of goes like and just kind of stops, like you're not all the way in, like there, it stops like right here, you're probably not fully into detent. You got to get to the ability where it pops out. You have that action there. Same way here. That's what you want. That's the detent engaged. See that? I can feel distinct stop there, distinct stop there. In the middle, the ball is fully in the detent. If you ever got to the point where it didn't have a distinct stop, where you can actually do this, then you could be just partially engaged. The ball is pushing on it, but it's not locked into it. It hasn't dropped into that slot that's designed for, and your gear is only partially engaged. Anyway, I hope that helps. And like I said, the main problem with these is people put ZX transmissions into Z cars as an upgrade, but they just use a stock shifter that came with the Z, and that shifter was not designed to go with the ZX. It can work, but you have to grind it so that you don't have interference when it jams to the little tunnel that it plugs in. There's a round tunnel down here that it will ram into. I think some of the 5-speed transmissions on the Z cars still had the old style shifter without the movable pivot point. But again, that was a different transmission. That was the wideband 5-speed. And I don't know if all the geometry is the same on the shift points and the pivots and all that kind of stuff. But with the ZXs, I would highly recommend getting the proper shifter to go with it that's got the movable pivot that can kind of, if you look at my earlier videos, you'll see that pivot point can actually move up and down. The other thing is you'll notice this. I had to add this extension because without this extension, this is very short. I mean, you have a really short shifter down here. Some people like that. I don't like it. I actually made a little extension here that screws into the shift shaft to extend this up so that this shifter wasn't so short. It's still pretty low in my opinion. I mean, it should be up probably about another inch, should be stock height, but it's okay. But yeah, that's the downside to the ZX shifter is it's pretty much straight. In order for it to work with these cars, you have to put an S bend and you have to bend it back and then bend it forward, making it even shorter. It's already short to start with. If you don't put those bends, when you're in neutral, it'll be like this. If you don't put the S bends in it, that's the angle it'll be at in neutral, and then when you go to shift, you're almost into the the front dash. So you really have to put those S-bends on the ZX shifters. Pain in the ass, but if you want it to work right, I think you have to do it. That's all for now. Thanks.